Thank you, everyone, for joining us once again for the Discipline Therapy podcast with your two hosts, Suhey Sotomayor, and with me always,
Tiger's Eye, Obsidian,
Mr. EL Discipline.
Boat Chakra, Black Onyx. Got a whole bunch. Let's get into it. Let's get
do
into it. We're gonna do that thing. Oh no. All right.
I mean, I did it before the show, but we'll do it again.
Where do you get this popping?
Mm-hmm. Let's get it.
Yo soy Leon.
Oh,
See the
is
shirt.
that why you have the shirt on? You need to
See
stop
the
that.
shirt. All right. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, check,
1 2 1 2.
check, mic check. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and you are here, and we're both here. We're all here,
We're all together.
and we're about to get it in. We know you're fiends, and what that means is we have a dose of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee. It's free. It's judgment-free, sucker-free, censor-free, sensitive-free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, and roll a blunt, but the main thing is make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and vulgar conversation to prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're here.
Also, a reminder, you guys can listen to us we're on all major listening platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Spreaker, Amazon Music. Did I say that?
Overcast.
Overcast, and
Amazon,
many more. If you can't
Yeah.
make it onto the YouTube channel.
All right, I'm excited about this episode.
Episode 52. Polygamy versus monogamy, part 2. This is a big one because ever since we speak about this regularly on the show. Because you are I actually don't know, because I know you have all the
Polyamorous.
polyamorous. I'm like, I don't know what
Yeah.
you are, because I know you have like the definitions for everything.
We're gonna run through it.
Good.
What were you gonna say?
That ever since we've been bringing it, well, people have been watching the show. I've been getting like men and women coming up to me and asking more about it. Like how would they introduce that into their to their significant other? Like what would be the right steps type of thing? They're very curious now.
Yeah, because what a lot of people are starting to see and realize is that monogamy is dying.
Yeah.
You know, there's no longer traditional relationships. You got like it's like 2%. You know what I'm saying? And we're just talking about America.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get down the line with foreign, but we're just
it's
talking
very
about
different.
America. 2% are still traditional. And these traditional relationships, they've been married, like my parents, 30,
My
38
parents.
years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're already married for long term. You got people who have been engaged, you know what I'm saying, but they're older. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the new generation, the younger generation, I'm not that old, but
But
they
younger than you, you're talking about even.
yeah, like I'm in my early 30s.
Well, like I
but
guess
we're talking about like
my children's
20s,
age, right? 23.
yeah, mid 20s and stuff. They don't understand this. You understand what I'm saying? Like they might have certain poly desires, poly urges, and they may not understand certain things that they're doing, if they're cheating or if they're not cheating. And like I'm gonna get down to the bullets, but it's so hard to be monogamous, but it's so easy to be poly. And in the seduction of discipline, no, not the seduction of discipline, the first book in the book series, book 5, Stuck Between Two Different Worlds, in the prologue I mentioned, are we born to be monogamous? So I go in the depth of if we're born to be monogamous, one soulmate, get married, whatever it is, why are we fantasizing about celebrities? Why are we, maybe a woman emotionally checked out, but she's still doing her wifely duties and giving him pussy. So she might think about somebody else.
Right. Why do people just
A man
cheat?
might
Period.
go into 7-Eleven, flirt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I view cheating differently than other people, but about 98% of people think if you were naked and you put your dick inside somebody, you're a
That's
woman,
cheating.
that's
Right.
cheating. You know what I'm saying? But like traditional people think of cheating the way I've
You just
explained
said
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do an overview real quick. Okay. We're gonna go through the different types of relationship dynamics. One, monogamy. All right, let me just state them, and then I'm gonna explain them. Monogamy and polygamy. Polygamy. There's types of polygamy: polyandry, polygyny, polyamorous, solo polyamory. So now I'm gonna go through the different definitions of them. Okay, first of all, we don't need to go in depth about what monogamy is.
Well, for those that don't know.
Okay, so it's pretty much one-on-one relationships, one-on-one marriages. No one steps out, no one cheats. He has one woman, she has one man. So that's monogamy. Monogamous is an
That's like the
adjective.
standard of what everybody is.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the part 2 of episode 4, season 1.
Monogamy versus polygamy.
Yeah. So we're just recapping, but going more in depth.
Okay.
So now, monogamous is an adjective. So it's a person that is that practices
Just being with you.
one-on-one relationship.
Okay.
Doesn't step out, doesn't have any sides or whatever people nowadays want to call them. All right, so that's number 1. I stated the types of polygamy.
Okay.
Polygyny, polyandry, and then there's group marriages. Now, before we get into that, let me explain polygamy.
Yes.
Because there's a difference between polygamy, polyamorous, polyamory, and polygyny. So, okay, polygamy is being married to multiple partners simultaneously. Okay, so
and that could be just a man with multiple wives or a woman with multiple husbands. No,
I'm gonna get down to the women.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Not
that, just that you're gonna explain it.
Polyamory, yeah, that's one. It's a man. It's a man who has more than one woman or partners. It could be live-in partners. Simultaneously. You ever seen that show Three's Company with that dude and he had those 2 chicks?
Dude, Jack Tripper.
I don't know these actors. You do. I don't know these actors. I just know
Well,
the
it's
shows.
also because I was growing up with that.
Okay.
Cut this part out. I'm showing my age over here.
I'm not cutting it up. So that's that. Polyamory now is different. Polyamory is the act of having intimate or loving relationships with more than one person simultaneously. So you don't have to be married.
Okay.
That could be a man or a woman
with multiple
partners. One could be long distance, one could be 5 miles away.
Can it be the same sex? Yeah, right. It's just different.
Yes,
loving more than one person.
Okay. Yes. Now, polyamorous is an adjective. It's a person that practices being open to having multiple romantic relationships. And it could be sexual relationships, it could be mental connections, it could be emotional.
Not just romantic. It could just any type of connection.
Yes.
That's polyamorous.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, polygyny is where a man has multiple wives at the same time. So that is going on in like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Middle Eastern countries. That's going on. Muslims practice it.
Some Indian.
Yes. Now we're gonna get to the women. The women is polyandry. Now that is a woman who has more than one husband.
Interesting.
Or it could be a woman who has more than one boyfriend, but it's mainly marriage.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, so there's solo polyamory. That is an individual who has more than one partner, whether it is, like I was saying, emotional,
Emotional.
mental, sexual, physical, or romantic. Now, this person that's single, his or her partners are monogamous. For example, right? For example,
Only they're allowed to have
the
multiple.
man is
Oh, this
allowed.
isn't
They
even a woman. This
Yes,
is just a man is allowed to have multiple
yeah.
partners.
Now a woman can practice this, but I'm gonna get to why it doesn't work
Oh,
later down the
okay.
line. But a woman can practice solo polyamory. She is in love with two men.
Okay.
Maybe they don't even know about each other.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do the people that are monogamous with this solo
The
polyamory?
ones that really practice this, like, now there's people out there who don't even know of these terms, and they're engaging in it.
Oh, I was like, I don't know these terms
They're
either.
engaging it. There's a guy out there in the city near
Oh,
you who
they
has a
don't even know,
wife
guy, and a girlfriend,
and
or
girlfriend or a mistress.
right,
They don't know about each
or a
other.
couple of them.
He's engaging in solo polyamory.
So
Okay,
they
but there's solo polyamory, like I was in this dynamic where they knew about each other, two subs who knew about each other. They didn't want to engage. They were cool. They didn't want to engage, and they were, I'm not going to say allowing me, because nobody is my
right. They were
boss.
okay with it.
They were okay with me,
Right.
having separate relationships with each of them.
Mm,
You know, that's solo polyamory.
right.
But they're
Well,
monogamous.
that's the
They're
right way
not
to do it.
they're not
They're not
they're
doing
not
it
stepping
also.
out of me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
See, that's that would be the correct way to do it, because anybody else that's just listening to the first part of it, like just introducing solo polyamory, and the other people involved don't know about it, kind of sounds like cheating,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way you did it,
Yeah.
that would be the way to
Yeah,
go.
because he's practicing this or she's practicing this,
But
and
no, but
they're
they don't even
unaware of
know
it. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? So it might be fine for that person because they're practicing that. So
Right,
they're
but
fine.
nobody else knows.
They sleep well at
Nobody
night,
else
but
knows.
nobody else
Exactly.
knows until they get caught. You know what I'm saying?
So is that is that cheating for you? That's the next bullet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cheating.
Well, because for you, I mean, cheating is a lot of different things, but the main thing is if the significant other or the person that you're dealing with doesn't know about it, then it's cheating.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm gonna get to that
Yeah.
in this.
Which
I
is
love
what
this episode. The lifestyle can be cheating. It can be cheating, like you mentioned, if they don't they haven't discussed anything.
Mhm.
He or she desires to engage with another person outside of the poly relationship. But it can be cheating or detrimental by ignoring the boundaries both parties or three parties have agreed upon.
Mhm.
It could be coercion, like I stated this
Yeah.
in if he or she cheats, episode 41.
Mhm.
If he or she cheats, do they still love you? I stated that I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, hey, you like her? I like her. She's cool. No, and she says, I'm not cool with it. And I'm like, well, who cares? She's gonna be living with us now. Or she's
Right.
gonna be a new sub in the family. Or you gotta get to know, you
Right.
know what
Too
I'm
bad.
saying?
Tough for you. You have to handle it now. Right.
Exactly.
That's coercion.
That's coercion. So that is detrimental
But
for
you saying, well, she's gonna be my sub. You don't have to interact with her, but I'm still gonna deal with
yes.
her.
So
That's
now
different.
I'm practicing solo polyamory.
Yes, but she knows about it. Like everybody
Yes,
knows.
everybody knows
Exactly.
about it.
Like
They
everybody
may
has to
not
know.
want to engage, and they don't want to
Mhm.
step outside of me
Right.
because it could be what I'm providing that
Right.
they feel like they can't get somebody else. So it's their choice to be monogamous.
Mhm.
But you're not monogamous as the man. You're practicing solo polyamory.
Right.
So like I was saying, these parties, all parties must be consent
Right.
all ways. The man who is polyamorous or who's practicing solo polyamory, he has to there has to be consent. Now, the reason I don't say things like polygamy and stuff like that, because that's marriage.
Mhm.
It's a little bit more intricate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
when you get papers and legal
Yeah, it
shit
gets too
involved,
much. Mhm.
yeah, it's too much. And it's not like you could walk away easily.
Right. Because now there's more than one person that
Yeah,
you're married to.
yeah. Um, So there's big misconception. Go ahead.
You said that all parties should discuss, what's going to be in this dynamic. Um, either do you believe that? First of all, like, what should be this, like, when you say that boundaries within the, like, a polyamorous lifestyle, right? You're talking about with everyone involved. Okay, so nobody gets to step out. Like, let's say the guy has 3 women already,
Mhm.
and they all, all the 3 women and him is a boundary. Like, all right, you already have us 3. There's no more until somebody decides to leave, like that, something like that. Have you ever done that with your lifestyle? Like, do you talk about
Stepping out.
no, just making boundaries and rules with everyone involved,
Yeah,
not just
absolutely.
your rules
Absolutely.
though.
I'm gonna get into me because I'm difficult. I'm a difficult man. You know why? Because it's not just a poly, the dominant. And I'm
Right.
gonna explain because a man could be with 2 women. They could be living
Right.
partners, or maybe he's just living with her and has somebody else. She knows that he's whatever doing his thing. May not know about the woman, but
Mm-hmm.
knows he's doing the thing. Maybe she knows about the woman. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? She lives in her own place. The woman lives with him. Now he may not run the relationship. He may let them be bosses. Hey, I'll be a boss today, you be a boss tomorrow.
Mm.
See, that dynamic could work. The thing with
Got
me
you.
is I'm a dominant. So that's why
That's
it's
like an
even
extra added thing.
yes, it's even harder because like I could have 2 women and it's like there's rules, there's boundaries, there's this
Mm.
and that we go through hard and soft limits that this is cool, this is not cool.
Got you.
But at the end of the day, I also have rules that are
Right.
non-negotiable.
Right. And that has nothing to do.
And
Got
that
you.
has nothing to do
Right.
with
Right.
this.
All
Like
right.
none of my rules is, yo, you gotta engage with my other
Right.
sub.
Right.
You
Is
see,
that
none of my
separate?
rules.
That's your stuff. Got
Yes,
you.
it
Okay.
might be. I don't want smoking. You can
Mm-hmm.
smoke weed, but don't
No
smoke
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want you going out with friends and showing cleavage or something. There's certain things in my rules that are non-negotiable,
Mm-hmm.
and if they don't apply, if they don't abide by it, then I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work.
Okay.
So that's the intricate part. There's misconceptions that this dynamic doesn't work.
Mm.
And the misconceptions are jealousy, possessiveness, being territorial. You know, if the man or the woman is not the head, like I was saying, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm possessive and territorial.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
let's say they all share the excuse, excuse me. They all share the duties.
Okay.
They all share being in charge. So
That's
now
so
it's like
weird.
now it makes sense if you know, let's say she's flirting with another guy, he's not gonna feel any type of way. He might be like, hey, bring another guy in the house and let's do you together.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
But if you have a dominant like me who's possessive and territorial, he's gonna say that's
Right. That's not
non-negotiable.
happening. Okay.
That's not happening. You know,
It's funny because I've also, heard of, like, even like coming across other podcasts or whatever, and this topic is on it, like we stated in the first show that we did about it. Everybody automatically just goes with this person just wants to fuck. They just
yeah,
want to.
I'm gonna get down to that. I'm gonna get down to that.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna get down to it. I put everything in
I
order.
know.
Inconsistency and lack of communication. Like these are all the things that are misconceptions that this won't work because humans have these
Mm-hmm.
natural characteristics,
Tendencies.
tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so studies have shown that these relationships are actually quite healthy
Mm-hmm.
because of how much openness, honesty, adequate communication, acceptance with all parties um than it is with conventional or traditional relationships.
Mm.
Do you agree with that? Or
I'm gonna go yes. I
yeah,
agree with that.
I'm gonna get to why it is more than traditional and conventional relationships. Why it's healthier, why it will last. I'm gonna get to it
Okay.
because think of it this way. Before, because I have something in my final thoughts I'm gonna say, but think of it this way, and it is a fact because I researched this. More
That's true.
arranged marriages last longer
Yep.
than marriages who, you know,
Right. On
traditional
free will.
or
Right.
yes.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's true. I've known a couple of the Indian families around
Yes.
the way.
Pakistan,
Yeah. And I
Middle
always
all
ask
Middle
them, how
Eastern,
what
different Middle Eastern
was
countries.
it hard?
Yeah,
This is a stranger that your
yeah,
family's picked out, but they all pretty
yeah.
much say the same thing. Like, I
I
trust my family.
I met I met this woman back in the day. She was Guyanese and she was engaged. And we used to have long conversations. She used to tell me she don't want to get married to the guy.
Yeah.
The guy was not her type.
Mm.
But her religion or
Tradition.
tradition,
Yeah.
she was like, it's arranged. Like
Yeah.
this is how it is. This is how it
Yes.
has to be.
Yeah.
But she was more Americanized
Yeah.
than she.
That's weird because my daughter's 20. She has a girlfriend who's 25 or so. She's supposed to be arranged as well,
Mm,
and her sister.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason one of the reasons, and we'll jump back on topic. One of the reasons why these marriages last longer is because the fact that they're arranged.
It's like a duty.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's one. Number two, you don't want to disappoint.
Yeah.
You don't want to disappoint children. You don't want to disappoint my mom, my dad,
His
grandparents,
family.
his
Yeah.
family, and
All
all that.
over.
So you have it's more than it's more than her and him.
Yeah. It's like everybody involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I've gotten this question constantly. What is a throuple?
Okay.
So a throuple is a combination of two terms, three and couple.
Mm-hmm.
So usually a couple is two people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like with a throuple, it's like now three.
Mm-hmm.
So you could think of it as like threesomes or three people linked to three people linked in a
Romantic.
romantic, emotional, sexual relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So
So would a
one
throuple? I'm sorry.
yeah,
Would a throuple be considered a polyamorous relationship? Yeah. Right.
yeah.
Hmm.
One thing that isn't poly is swinging. So I want people to understand because they hear the throuple and they're like, oh, threesome.
Mm-hmm.
But they could also take that as like orgies. Y'all go like
Yeah, that's true.
people that engage in this go to these
Mm-hmm.
parties and y'all all naked at these party and he's fucking my girl and I'm fucking his girl and you know what I'm saying?
Everybody's fucking
Everybody's fucking
everybody.
everybody.
Oh
No,
Lord.
poly is not swinging.
Okay.
And to swing, just so if people are unaware what swinging is, it's when a couple they're having like casual sex outside of the relationship. They're swapping partners, like I stated,
Mm-hmm.
without any emotional attachment.
So it's just having sex.
Yes.
That could be kind of considered an orgy too, right? Swinging. Because I've heard of
Yeah.
like swinging, like you go to a place, like a restaurant or whatever, and there's people like
Yeah. Yeah.
That to me sounds like an orgy,
Yeah.
folks.
So
Sister wife.
yes.
That's another thing that's been coming up. I know back in the days it was one show about one guy who was married, I think, to four, the show was called Sister Wives. Now there's a couple of different shows coming out that have to do
Yeah.
with a polyamorous relationship or something.
So a sister wife is pretty much a woman who is a co-wife
Mm-hmm.
to another. So, if, for example, if they're both married to the same man or dating the same man,
Mm-hmm.
they're sister wives. Like there's legal sister wives, and
Mm-hmm.
then there's just sister
Two
wives
chicks that are
dating.
right and who get along with each other and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Um. So, who do you think are more inclined to have more than one partner, men or women?
I'm gonna say men.
Why?
Why do I think men will? Because I actually know women who are, I just want that one guy and I want to be, one with him, and then I know guys that are, I know you, you're a polyamorous person. You like to have connections with different
Hmm.
people. I know a couple of guys, maybe not as honest as you, but
Hmm.
guys who cheat on their girlfriends.
Hmm.
Not to say that women don't, but I have heard verbalized that
Hmm.
females would like to have that one
Hmm.
connection.
Now, remember when I said I like going in order
Oh,
with the bullets?
yes.
So I'm gonna get to. I like your answer, but I'm gonna get more in depth.
All right.
The reason
Was that?
why,
Do you agree with me?
yes,
All
but I'm gonna
right.
get more in depth.
Okay.
Why? Science and biology. Science and biology and psychology The reason men are more inclined to having more than one partner than women is because women are more emotional. Science,
and men need to spread their
psychology,
seeds.
biology. Yeah, men are prone to do that. Now, we talked about polyandry. Remember what that was?
Yes, the woman that
Yes,
has
that's
multiple
married
men.
to or married has more than one husband. Now, that's another reason why it won't work. Now, a woman can have, and I stated this in discipline sex therapy.
Okay.
Was it episode 21?
My brain don't barely works.
I don't remember, but it was season 3. So, discipline sex therapy, I stated that a woman can have 2 men. Yeah, she can. 3 men if she wants. But she will love them equally if they are providing equally.
Oh yes, you said
Because
this.
women are prone to be taken care of, and because women are it's embedded in them since the lineage of men and women, and since women are more emotional, they're always going to gravitate towards the man that's providing more. So that means she could have 2 men, and I stated this in that episode. They need to go back. One is providing a lot of money, taking care of all her bills. The other one's giving her great sex. The other one buys her a book. The other one gives her hour conversations. The other one makes her know about herself. The other one he's just teaching her things. Yo, I'll show you how to fix this thing or whatever. That guy might only be able to provide money. He might not be able to give her affection. Physically, he has inabilities. He's incapable of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Might be his dick size. We don't know. We could go in depth, but he might not be able to do that. But his way of loving and showing his power to us might be buying things and providing and being a sponsor. Him, the other guy might have money, but he feels like I don't need to do that because I got other talents. I got other best qualities about me. And she's going to gravitate towards the guy that's not. You see what I'm saying? She might use that other guy for the bills and stuff. We live in a capitalistic world. Bills need to get paid no matter what.
That's true.
But the other guy she's going to love. Why? This goes more in depth. Psychology, science. Women only love men who they can learn from. She's not learning anything from that guy. Only about money.
Yeah.
How to spend it. Oh, baby, let me get a rack today so I could go shopping. That's what she's learning from the guy. But the other guy is teaching her more. So most likely, she might say she loves them both. She's lying. She probably cares about that guy because the guy's caring for her in that way.
Right.
But the other guy cares for her more. The other guy takes care of her more. So she's gonna she's really falling in love with the other guy. So that's why it doesn't work. Men, on the other hand, are not prone, and I said this in a show prior. Men, on the other hand, they're not inclined to being taken care of, and if they are, they're not gonna love you more.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Because they're born to be. Go ahead.
I also think that while women do, are a jealous, women are jealous also. I feel like if a woman has more than one man, I feel like they really won't get along. Right? Because aren't guys more like
No, because she could be with
and
she could be with 2 beta males.
That's true too. And
She could be with 2 beta males. Because real
that's
men,
true.
alpha males,
true.
dominant men are possessive. They're not gonna.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't.
They're not.
That's why I just automatically assumed it wouldn't work out.
Yeah, it can work out.
Right.
If she is a dominant woman and she has 2 beta males.
Yeah. Then
for example, let's talk about BDSM terms.
Okay.
It could be a mistress and she has 2 sissies. And
that's
sissies
true.
not derogatory.
Right. So it's a term.
She could have 2 submissive men. She could have 2 sissies. That way it works.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't think that.
See what I'm saying?
You're right.
A mistress will never be able to get 2 alphas or 2 dominant men.
Yeah,
that's like 95% of women's fantasies out there.
Having 2 alpha men?
Yeah, or getting fucked by them.
Oh my Lord.
Some women out there watch gangbang porn. They get off on that. It might be 2 strong, muscular black men
that
true. She wants to get fucked by. But that will never happen in real life. Unless those guys are like kind of kinky and they don't mind going both ways. then it will work. But
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I've told you
Yes.
about a situation with me where if she was to say, let's bring another guy, I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
Because I would be, no, dude, don't touch her.
Yeah.
Get away.
It's funny,
Stay
yeah.
over there and,
Right.
and watch. Nah, leave the room. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to handle
Concentrate
it. I
and
might
stuff, right.
tell her, yeah, I'll do with it. The moment he comes into a room, yeah, man, you gotta go. You see what
I
I'm saying?
couldn't
Because
even
I'm
picture
so
even you saying, yeah, okay, I'll try it out. I can't
yeah,
even
I'm
picture
just
you
trying to
saying
make
that.
shit interesting by
Okay.
saying if I did. It would
That's
never
so
happen. But let's say if I did. If you are a
That's
alpha male,
hysterical.
if you are a dominant man as well as an alpha male,
Yeah, it's not happening.
it's not happening.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the man is too possessive and territorial. Whereas women are not born to be possessive and territorial. That is a masculine trait. So when women are this way, they are masculine. They are displaying masculine tendencies.
Okay. The next bullet is, why are these relationships successful? Are you talking about the poly?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, trust, respect, mutual respect, consent on both ends, openness, honesty. That's if you have all that and you're not the solo practitioner that's not telling anybody.
Well, yeah. Well, these are the adequate
Yes, these are the ones
lifestyles.
that are
These are
gonna,
the
yeah,
ones that really live it.
yeah,
These are the ones that are really who really have these things. Like you
yeah.
should have these things in that
Period.
dynamic.
Right.
That's why I'm saying it can be successful if you have these things.
Yeah. Needs and desires are being met. Acceptance, judgment-free communication. Oh, very important. Selflessness, passion, intimacy, and love, which 90% of monogamous, conventional, or traditional relationships lack. They lack a lot of that.
Now let's look at the selflessness. A woman out there can say, well, how come you can have 2 or 3 women, but a woman can't? And if a woman does, it won't be successful or whatever it is. You're being selfish. Well, here's the thing. In this dynamic, that's not synonymous.
What, in the
Because if
poly?
you really live this lifestyle of poly, it's not selfishness. Because the reason those women are still there is because they're getting something out of it. Whether you're paying all their bills, giving them equal sex, whatever it is, 3 incomes are coming in.
Well, that's just that's your rules, right?
No, it's not my rules. I'm saying these are different dynamics. There's different lives like this. There's a man that's married to a wife, and then he has a mistress. He probably takes care of 2 households. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't know about each other. You see what I'm saying?
No,
He's not
yeah.
sharing that. Or they do, right?
Well, if they don't know about each other, then it's cheating. He's just taking care of 2 households, but he's
Yeah.
still cheating.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there's different ways to live this.
Yes.
Most people are not thinking of conglomerate. What I said with the
No.
second part is conglomerate. 3 incomes coming in,
Yeah.
building an empire.
Exactly.
Maybe we don't have to live under one roof. It would be great live under one roof now. Now it's like if you have kids with her and you don't have kids with her, or let's say you have kids with both of them, it's even healthier for the children.
Yeah.
Because the children are growing up where they see dad and they see mom or titi or whatever or tia
and their siblings,
and they're like they see love. Because that's really big. People don't talk about that. People don't talk about mental health with men, women. They don't talk about stuff like that. But that stuff starts in the childhood. When you grow up in a single household, that is traumatic.
It is traumatic, but it doesn't.
And it hurts people's relationships.
Yes, further down the line. Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
not that there's no love in a single house, single parent house.
It's hard though.
But it is hard. Yeah.
It's hard because in single households, it's
work
required
harder.
more of you. So think about it. If a single mother has 2, 3 kids, you think she's just working one job?
No way.
If she's lucky enough to work one job and make a lot of money, okay. But if she's at work, who's watching them and they're little? Yeah. Okay. So
that's
she's
not all her money's going to.
Think about it. We spend majority of our time more at work than we do at home.
Yeah.
So that means she's not spending a lot of time with the kids. Where is she giving them love?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's very difficult, but this lifestyle, like, cause somebody asked me this years ago.
What?
I used to talk to this Cubana in Miami.
Okay.
And she used to ask me, well, if you plan on having 2 subs and you're gonna take care of them, or they're gonna, y'all 3 are gonna have income, y'all gonna live with each other. If you have kids with one, what are you gonna tell the kids? Like that, she was telling me that's just bad to have that house. She's traditional. She believes in
One
wife,
man, one woman.
husband.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Or main.
Don't confuse the kids.
Right.
So I'm just trying to show you that the more you have, the more love the kids could feel.
Yeah.
Because now think about it. Let's say both them, they have to work, and the other one, is home.
Yeah.
Or the one man works. Now 2 women are home. That's like, yo, let's say she don't want to cook today. Oh man,
you got
people
this one.
don't.
Yeah.
You see
They
what I'm
don't stop
saying?
and think. And also, like,
It's like now y'all split the duties up.
Yeah.
You cook, you clean, or maybe you know what I'm
But
saying?
you also keep the kids together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many people do you know? I know, because I know a couple of people. They have siblings from, their dad stepped out or their mom stepped out, but they don't really know them that well. But that's still your brother though, or your sister.
Yes.
At least this way you have, you're letting them form that bond.
Yes. Let's get back into it.
Let's go.
Polyamorous relationships may work for long distance relationships. For example, people who travel frequently for work, people who are natural flirts, they have flirtatious nature and do not wish to cheat on their partner, retain secrets, or move sneaky. Or a married couple who or a dating relationship where one may be into sexual fantasies or dark desires, the other one may not be. Now, let's go back to the flirtatious nature and do not wish to cheat on their partner. This is me. I'm a Scorpio. We're natural flirts. So I'm the type of person, and I stated this in People Shouldn't Ask For What They Can't Afford, and even before that.
Okay.
I said that keeping something vital for my significant other that I love, not somebody that is, let's say she's a sub for me and she's providing me service, but I don't love her yet or anything like that. The moment I love her, the dynamic changes. So now something of vital information I'm going to want to tell her about. See what I'm saying? It's going to keep me up at night, things like that. So this is why I say in the beginning, when I see something that could potentially turn long term and love, it's like, yo, they know about this in the beginning. Because things I'm doing behind your back, like let's say I go to a Walmart and I flirt with the cashier.
You're gonna tell your subs that you flirted
Well,
with
I
somebody?
might not share that information because the thing is, I've already stated in the beginning I'm poly. So it's like they should know. Oh yeah, he might.
That falls into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, let's say we have a conversation and she's like, "What did you do today?" Remember, I told you I don't volunteer information until something's asked me. What did you do today? Oh yeah, well I did this, I did that. I went to Walmart, saw a nice ass today. You see how the information is coming? But I'm not just gonna come and walk in.
You'd be like, I went to Walmart, flirted a little bit, bought a shirt.
Yeah, I flirted with the cashier, gave her my business card. She's gonna watch the podcast. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes, flirt away, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna just come out the blue and just share information.
Right.
But if something's asking me, it's gonna be, I'm gonna comply with that.
And you let your subs know this, or the women that you're dealing with. If you, I don't offer information, but if you ask it, I will tell it.
Yeah.
And they ask you?
People are watching. My subs are watching the podcast. How am I gonna hide shit?
Right. Do you ask them?
How am I gonna hide shit now? I'm pretty much telling on myself. I'm telling myself, like, come on. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they know all this stuff. So like, to me, it's like, this is why I say it. Because I don't want to cheat. And I consider that cheating. See what I'm saying? So I always let them know in the beginning, yo, I'm poly. You know what I'm saying? I may be sexual. I may be monogamous sexually.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting it every day, I don't need to go and get it.
Right.
You draining my balls morning, night. I got a high level of testosterone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? High sex drive. You doing it? Okay, I can be monogamous sexually. But the moment, let's say she's on her period, like episode 3 premiere, when she's on her menstruation,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just don't want to see me, don't want to do shit.
Right. Now
Okay,
that's where it comes in.
don't worry, I got somebody on speed dial.
Oh my Lord.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
So
awful.
or whatever, or maybe we go.
I'll just call number 3.
Remember I went out with the club with the Latina and she was pointing out the chicks?
Yes.
We might bring her home
Yes.
and engage in the threesome. So it's like for me, but it's not something that is 24/7.
Right.
And I stated this in episode 4, season 1, the part 1 of this. You know what I'm saying? So I can be that, but I can be sexually monogamous, okay? But I'm gonna have mental and emotional connections. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I tell them, like, I'm poly, because
right.
I don't want to be sneak talking to somebody in LA,
Right.
or in Toronto, or in Barbados, wherever. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a significant other at home, and I'm hiding.
Right.
So,
doesn't make sense.
yeah, what did you do today? Now, I never allowed this. I never allowed interrogation.
Okay.
Where you been? No. But communication.
Right.
Communication. Like getting to like finding out, how
Right.
was your day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Touching base.
Yeah, touching base. Now, if she's like, how was your day? Or no, what did you do? Yeah, I might indulge that information. But if she knows already that I have a sub in LA, I'm not gonna disclose that information. Yeah, me and my sub talked today.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She already knows that I have a sub. So
Right.
she, like, women, come on, they're not dumb.
Right. You
They're
can use
gonna
your imagination.
They're gonna think, okay, he probably talked to his subs every day.
Right. If he talks to you, then why wouldn't he talk to
Yeah,
his
so
other subs?
why would you involve that? That's like you saying, hey, I woke up this morning and I took a shower and brushed my teeth. Like, why
Right.
do you
That's
need
like
to tell her
extra.
that every
Right.
day?
That's extra information.
I took a shit, and why do you need to tell her that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I
So
see
if
what
she
you're saying.
knows you're poly, and then you're like, well, I have a sub in Toronto, or this is hypothetical, I don't have a sub in Toronto, but I got a sub in LA, that's a
Okay.
fact. You see what I'm saying? If I'm like, yo, I got a sub in LA, she's not gonna be like, oh, did you talk to your sub today? You see what I'm saying? I also state those things too. You
Right.
see?
Don't question.
Yeah. Now, if she is somebody that says, I want to know about her, I want to meet her one day, okay, then you can be included in the conversation.
Okay.
And she could say, did you talk to your sub today? And then I'll be like, yeah. But if she's telling me, because I've had women in the past, listen, I'm just focused on our relationship. I don't care who you got. Don't put them in my face. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't disrespect me publicly. We good. Then I'm not disclosing that information.
Right. That makes sense.
Because now it's kind of like, out of respect for you, I'm not telling you that. But you know that I'm doing my thing.
Right.
You see
That
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense. All right. Now we have myths on polyamory.
Okay. You want to read it?
Polyamory is when they're married, right?
No.
Oh, that's polygamy.
Yeah.
All right. Polyamory is just when you have a lot of multiple partners.
Yeah, you could be engaged to multiple women.
Gotcha.
You could be just in the courting stage.
So
it could even be a dude who says he's single right now and he talks to a lot of women. It could be a dude who is in a monogamous relationship and a monogamous sexual relationship and he talks to other girls. He's still like solo polyamory.
Okay.
Even though he's not having sex with them, don't mean he's not
right.
he's not practicing
sharing
it.
that emotions. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So a myth is they need to have sex with everyone. It's community dick or community pussy. That is so awful. It's for people who don't want commitment, or who don't want to commit to just one person. This can never work long term because humans are jealous and territorial.
Yep, these are myths.
Yeah, they want to have a whole bunch of orgies like swingers. They make them sound like they're degenerates over here. People, they are not able to give their love, time, sex, attention, or emotions to more than one person. They're not able to.
Yes.
But they are able to if they're polyamorous.
Remember, these are myths.
Oh, myths. That's right. Therefore, they can't be attached to all partners. These are all myths.
Okay. Now, the reason I put that is because
Oh boy. Those
remember
hand
episode
rubbing.
17?
No.
Single mothers.
Yes.
I talked to women in Georgia, surrogate thing. Didn't work out.
No.
Okay. So this is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Now, first of all, the way we interacted was already weird. Like, I should have saw this red flag already.
Okay.
So I hit her up. I was like, I think you're very attractive. I want to get to know you, take you out sometime. Give me your number.
Okay.
She was also attracted to me. This is the games that I didn't like. She said, at first she gave me the number, then she deleted it. She said to me, so you're not just going to ask me for my number, you're just going to demand it? And I'm like, we're already connecting. Why am I going to ask you for your number? Now, mind you, this woman she was Boricua and dark skinned.
Okay.
She's old. She was older.
Okay.
42 something years old. I'm 34. She's old school.
Okay.
She's traditional. She's in an era where gangsters are really gangsters. Like, we're
Okay.
talking about like the mobsters,
Yeah,
how they
she's
say
42 again.
yeah,
I got you.
but that's real gangster. Gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
they open doors and stuff like that, and they also provide protection. That's not the gangster they talk about in this era,
Okay.
because that's not really gangster.
Right.
So she is like aware of how these old school dominant men are.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, this is how men court you, and da 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 da, and this and that. And I'm like,
Oh, she
I'm
already
not
had her
about-
own ideas there.
I'm like, I'm not about to beg you for your number. I'm not about to ask you for your number. We're already connecting. Let me get your number. So she's talking all this stuff. I said, okay, you know what? Take care.
Well, I would have said the same thing.
I don't
thanks.
do that.
Yeah.
I don't do games and I chase you and all that stuff. So I said, take care. As I'm leaving, she now hits me up. All right, here's my number. And it's only because you're mysterious and I'm curious about you. Okay. Got the number. We started talking daily. Now, I told her, you know, there's things you have to know about me before this gets serious.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're talking about the future. We're talking about buying property, all that shit.
Okay.
I said, I'm a dominant. She's like, okay. I live a BDSM lifestyle. She said, what's that?
Okay.
So now I had to educate her. She said, oh, okay. I love that, actually.
Okay.
I said, but I'm also polyamorous. What's that?
Right.
Broke it down. That I have a problem with.
Right. She was
Multiple
like, nope,
women.
not
I said,
doing it.
well, I broke it down for her. I said, well, one woman is out of state, and you know what I'm saying? I got one, but she's like, I have a problem with that.
Okay.
I said,
Typical,
okay.
most women would have.
I said,
Off
okay.
rip.
I said, okay. But she wasn't leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So
She was curious.
Yeah. So I said, so I broke it down, and she said, this is getting to here. How can you even do that? Because you telling me, because I told her, I said, I'm a person that gives my all. I'm very passionate and intense, and I give my all. How can you even do that? Because giving your all is a laundry list. If you break it down, it's this, that, and you're not able to do that. Especially you got somebody out of state.
Right.
You're not able to do that. That doesn't even make sense. And I said to her, and this is how I got her. This is why she said to me, this is why your major was psychology. And I also broke down the Scorpio.
Get the pen and paper, people.
I said, you are projecting your fears or your inabilities upon me. And she said, explain. I said, I don't want to sound sexist. You're a woman, I'm a man. She said, explain further. I said, okay, the reason you may not be able to do that, like have multiple partners or whatever it is, and you like to give your all to somebody. First of all, before I even broke that, I said, me giving my all is people that's earned it. Nobody just gets shit off. I'm a
Right.
dominant. You're gonna earn shit. See
Okay.
what I'm saying? So these women have earned it. So they getting pieces of me. That's number one. So I said to her, I'm able to give my all, whether it's conversation, it could be sex, it could be time, whatever, teaching you all of that stuff. I could give that multiple people.
Okay.
And men are inclined to be able to manage different set of tasks efficiently. If a woman has 2 or 3 men, do you know that's a lot of pressure? Do you agree or disagree?
I'm gonna go with yeah. I don't know. I've never had
Yes,
2 or 3
it is a
men.
lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure.
I guess if you have
Because
to.
most women are feminine. Agree?
Yes.
Okay? It's you know, this new generation or whatever who are masculine and dominant. But if a woman is masculine and dominant, yeah, she's probably wearing the pants. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? She has 2 beta males. A dominant alpha female is not gonna have 2 dominant men. No way.
Yeah, no, I don't see it either.
No, most likely she has 2 beta males. So she's running shit. She's still not able to give these guys their all.
Wait, she's still not. Oh, her all.
It's
Got you.
pressure. Men are born providers. That's the key thing.
So
now,
she agreed with you?
providing, yes, providing is not monetary. It's not solo monetary.
Right. It could be
You know what I'm saying?
emotional.
Providing protection, emotional, great sex, teaching you, guiding you, all of that. So women are not born to provide. That's why you can't give multiple men your all. When I broke it down, she was like, it makes sense.
Okay. That does make sense.
see?
Wait, let me ask you a question though. Just like you say, that you can provide all in each relationship. Is it the same as like with your energy? Let's say you're getting to know a possible sub, right? So now you're putting all your energy into there, right? And now it's scientific that you can't, the more that you have to share that energy, the weaker it becomes. Do you feel like that does that happen to you sometimes?
It happened in the past. But okay, I'm gonna explain it to you. When I first started this lifestyle 13 years ago, I had 5 subs.
Okay. Dang.
And yeah. And the thing is, once I started learning about energy, I was 22. Okay, 23 and shit like that. Once I started learning about energy, now it's like I can meet a sub off Instagram who's coming to me and stuff like that. I'm feeling her. Remember there was an episode where I said I could start talking to a chick, I'm not taking her out right away? I'm talking to her. It could be a whole week before I take her out.
And
Why? Because I'm studying her.
Right.
Because I'm feeling her energy. Yes, it's true. When you could have multiple people at once, they could be draining you because their energy could be toxic.
Right.
Their energy, like you don't know their soul. You see what I'm saying? They could be portraying that they're a good girl because they're trying to get you, but they have bad intentions that they want to be with you because they're gonna get dominated, because they're gonna get this, because they're gonna get that, because he got a lot of money, so I'm gonna use him. You see what I'm saying? They don't have good intentions. So me, I'm studying them. I'm absorbing their energy. That's why I cut it down and I strategically calculating and methodically choose who's in my circle.
Yes, but before you get to, methodically choose who's in your circle, you have, just like you said, you got to feel them out.
Exactly.
Right. So during that feeling out,
I'm studying things that they're not telling me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They might say words. I'm reading body language. I'm studying patterns. I'm watching their Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, seeing how they posting.
Right.
Now, if a chick saying that she doesn't post half naked pictures, but she posts that she's in her bedroom and she's naked and the covers are over her, that's still inappropriate.
Yes.
That's a red flag. So I see that, I'm like, I'm already crossing an X on an invisible list.
Okay.
Yeah, she's probably not going to be in my circle in the future. I'm studying her for a long time. We might even gone on a couple of dates and stuff like that. Maybe we were both horny, we had sex, but I'm still studying her after that.
Right. So you're doing a lot of studying.
She's still a sub in training.
Right. Which is taking a lot of your energy. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, does it ever affect other, like, or that you have noticed, has it ever affected another relationship with another sub or something? That's what I'm
No,
trying to get at. Okay.
no, cause
Interesting.
like I'm aware of things now. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? If I was engaging with someone and then all of a sudden I go home and I'm drained and I'm like, I'm not, there's no way when I'm tired. Like I
Right. Like,
slept
why am
well.
I tired? And then
Yeah.
you figure it out.
Now I'm starting to figure it out. Now I start to be skeptical of that person now
Got you.
and realizing, they're vibrating low.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And something has to happen with that. Either it has to change
Or
their
cut him off.
energy or I have to cut them off.
Got you.
So I'm a lot more
Knowledgeable.
knowledgeable now than I was back in the
Yeah. Well, I
past.
mean, we all are. I
You
think.
see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm able to give my energy to a lot, but I'm choosing who. You know what I'm saying? I'm studying them before I get to that level.
So you think
That's why I'm
this is
not
for another
having
topic.
sex right away. Because I'm
Gotcha.
studying that in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll watch people and let them not know I'm watching them to see.
You've said that before, yeah.
Because when the cat's away, the mice will play. You see what I'm saying? So if you know I'm watching, you're always gonna be on your best behavior. I want to see the natural shit that you have and how you are. By not even knowing I'm not watching you.
Right.
If you know I'm watching, you're gonna put on your best behavior.
All right. So
Yes.
next bullet, 80% of divorce has been initiated by women, not the men. Why? 80%, 89% because of infidelity, 11% due to other things. Like what? Oh, perhaps he's not doing, well, perhaps he's not doing anymore, like what he started
when they
during
were
courtship.
courting.
Got you. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it could be I used to speak to this woman in the past, and she was constantly emphasizing on like I like consistency. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on that, but she stopped being consistent.
Like, what do you mean? Like, she stopped texting, or she stopped, like, how does she stop being consistent?
Yeah, she
She
stopped
stopped
being
doing things
consistent.
for you?
Her
Okay.
texting, the way you could tell too, voice intonation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But she was gonna be a potential sub, and I think she had a problem with rules, but I'm just assuming because there was no communication.
Oh.
Like I said, a lot of times women don't want to be mean. They don't want to be like, yeah, I don't want to be your sub. I'm not interested. I'm interested in you. Like I'm physically attracted to you and
Right,
stuff.
but
I
I
just
don't
don't want to
want
be
the
in your
whole life.
lifestyle. And a lot of women won't say that. Like they won't turn a guy down. They
Right.
don't want to be mean.
So they
So they
ignore?
might go ghost.
That's even worse.
I've been ghosted.
That's
You
awful.
know what I'm saying? So like the women won't do that because they don't want to be mean and like me, like real men are brutal. They're barbaric with truth.
Yeah.
So like that's why I always tell people stop listening to like female dating coaches and stuff, and stop listening to females. Stop listening to other females because I don't care. Stop listening to other females because they're not cutthroat.
Listen to me though.
They're not cutthroat with the truth. Men are gonna be cutthroat with the truth. You know what I'm saying? So like this has happened to me, and I just kind of feel like
Well, me and you
sometimes
always
women
go at it in regards to that. Like you always tell me you got to be more brutal. You got to be brutally honest. And I'm like,
yeah,
there's ways to talk to people.
yeah. Um, like research and studies show that 56% of men are unfaithful to their girlfriend, spouse, or wife. 14% of women are unfaithful. Men and women, 23% cheat emotionally, 22% cheat physically, 55% experience both emotional and physical infidelity. This is all
Wow.
research. Men, the ages of men who cheat more, 20s through 50, and women are 18 to 30.
I would have thought women would be older.
70% of when women get older, I feel like they have their moral compass. They start checking their
Maybe.
moral compass. Like they value different things.
Yeah.
Whereas chicks that are 18, 19, like you might have a chick who's
I guess it depends also on how they live their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. 70% of married Americans cheat at least once in their marriage. 60% cheat with close friends or coworkers. That's awful. Is texting someone else while in a relationship cheating?
Yes. So infidelity statistics. How much cheating is going on?
Tons of cheating.
Let's see. Uh, it's just crazy. I don't want to read all these. Let's see. Okay, European women and American women. These are the top 5 reasons people have attempted to cheat or have cheated. My partner stopped paying attention to me. This is European women.
Okay.
There's a percentage.
Wait, what do American women say? Do they agree with that? I'm gonna go with that's globally.
Yes. Okay, yeah, they agree with that. Europeans say the other person was really hot. Americans say the other person was really there for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is weird because I would think American women would think more like this
More hot
versus European, because
Yeah.
more European women are traditional. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying? Whereas
that's all
American,
changing now too, I guess.
yeah, yeah. And this is updated. This is like, yeah, this is like 2019,
Mm,
2021. European, I was having doubts about my relationship. American, I was having doubts about my relationship, so it's the same.
okay.
European, the other person was really there for me.
Oh, so it's the same.
The other person was really hot. That's American. I needed to feel sexy was European. American, I was bored.
That's awful. I was bored, so I cheated.
Yeah. So let's get into percentages. Why do people consider cheating? Okay, vaginal
Wait,
intercourse.
that was only women that said why they cheated?
I got men.
Oh, men
Men, the same thing. Hotter, there for me, had sex. My partner and I weren't having sex. That's a common thing.
Yeah.
Women could hold out more than men, and
Oh, yeah.
they could do it themselves. Versus stepping out. Having sex is like taking a piss for a lot of men. You just gotta release. Where women are more emotions, you're gonna build emotions with that, especially if it's good. You giving her that best dick of her life, she's gonna start building emotions, even if you a shit guy. Okay, Europeans and Americans. This is the why do people consider cheating percentages. Vaginal intercourse. Let's see.
That gotta be more than half.
It was more for Americans than it was for Europeans.
Really?
More for men. 98% American men, 81% for Europeans, 99% for women,
American
women,
Yeah.
and European was 85%. Oral intercourse. American men, 96.6.
Consider it cheating.
Mm-hmm. European, 78.2. Women.
How is that not cheating though? Oral intercourse?
What do people consider cheating?
That's it. Right, but what I'm saying is how can that not be? How can any part of a man's penis inserted into another orifice of another woman? That's kind of cheating.
Vaginal intercourse.
It's just weird to me.
Oral.
If anything, those should be 100% across
okay,
the
these
board.
are the categories. Anal intercourse. Okay, the Americans were higher. That's all I'm gonna say. Kissing. The Americans were higher.
Okay.
Heavy padding.
Petting, you mean?
Petting, yeah. Or padding.
Petting the booty.
Yeah, or your shoulder. Women could rub your shoulder, whatever. Hey,
Okay.
Americans more. Spooning. Americans more. Cuddling. Americans more. Getting emotionally close. Americans more. Trying to see if
Wow, them Europeans really don't care.
Sleeping in the same bed. Americans more. Hand holding. Americans more. Going out with friends. Americans more. And
That is so interesting.
Yeah, that's that.
I don't understand how it couldn't
You
have
said
been
it's
across the board. The whole
Europeans just live different
oral.
lifestyles. You said something about the texting.
I did. Oh,
Yes.
is texting someone while in a relationship cheating?
Yes. What about you? think? Do you think?
I think so. Probably now, yes. I've even had discussions with certain girlfriends that wanna
Think
like go hang out with the
Think
opposite
about it. Think
sex.
about it.
Yeah,
If you're hiding things,
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
if there's something that you can't show your significant or let
yes,
them know about it, it's cheating. If
it
you're
is.
deleting text, it's
Yeah,
cheating. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
right.
All those flirtatious things. Women are more emotional than men. Women
Yeah,
are prone to do that more than men.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I said this in the 41 episode.
yeah.
She could cheat emotionally.
Right. Yeah. No,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you
She
know
could be
what?
married,
I never really
DMing a guy every day.
I never really thought about it like that because of we've in other topics that we've discussed
Yeah.
because of the way I grew up. But I just had a conversation like this with one of my girlfriends where she was invited to go out dancing or whatever with a guy that she knew wasn't necessarily friends, but she was thinking about it, but she's in a relationship. And she was like, "Should I go?" And I was like, "Well, would so and so be okay with that?" And she was like, "No." I'm like,
She
"Then you
shouldn't
shouldn't
even have
go."
asked you.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
so
She shouldn't even have asked you.
yeah.
She's, you know what? You know why a woman would have done that? Because she already, okay. Okay, first of all, if she's already thinking about it, she's emotionally checked out. That's one. Number two, if she's
Yeah.
asking you, she's trying to get validation for her fuckship.
I
She's
mean, it
fucking.
doesn't know that that's happening.
This is foolery that she's doing.
Foolery.
This is fuck shit. This is fuck shit.
Fuckery.
Fuckery. Yeah, what she's trying to do is sneaky. It's dirty. She's trying to see if another woman will justify that. Remember what I used to say about women doing second guessing on certain things that they won't do, be judged by women more.
Mm,
Oh, you slut! Why are
yeah.
you doing this? A lot of guys won't be like you slut. If you twerking and stuff like that, yeah, come and get this dick, bitch. Most women will judge you.
Mm,
You slut, why are you
that's true.
doing this?
Yeah.
So women want to get that acceptance from another women. They want validation from men, but they want that acceptance and to be
Yeah.
okay. That's why she was asking you.
Yeah.
She wanted to do it. She was already cheating. If you would have said yes, then it would have made her feel good to do it.
Well, it would have given her like that okay, that green light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's just, you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like women are cheating when they're doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Infidelity happens in bad marriages and in good marriages. So the idea that having a perfect marriage will prevent infidelity is a false notion. People stray for a multitude of reasons. Is this your final thoughts that I'm
Mm-mm.
reading? I was about to say. And sometimes those reasons do correlate with marital dysfunction, like insecurity, conflict avoidance, lack of connection or sex, or sexual dissatisfaction, emotional neglect, boredom. That's a big one. Low self esteem, another big one. Getting back at an ex, like for revenge, or just plain loneliness. Other times, an affair can be a way, although a potentially destructive way, of self discovery and searching for a new or lost identity. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Why would someone who is supposedly in a happy marriage risk it all for a cheap thrill? Exactly.
I think women cheat more.
They cheat equally, but very different. And for different reasons, I feel.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, crap.
So you said, wait a minute. Say that again.
I forgot what I said.
They cheat
Roll
equally?
back, they cheat differently.
Okay, so
And
here's
for
the
different
thing.
reasons.
Studies only show us what's displayed in public.
Mm.
That's why we don't get these accurate numbers.
Yeah.
If you Google right now who cheats more, it's gonna show a high percentage of men. Why? Men ain't doing this. I said this before, right?
Right.
So when most relationships end badly, the men just move on.
Mm.
Most women keep grudges because they're emotional. They'll go publicly and do all this and whatever.
Well, it's also if they're the ones getting cheated on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I've stated this countless times and I will always state this. Men have bigger brains, women use it more efficiently. That means they're smarter than us.
But they're also more emotional.
But that means they're smarter than us. And I'm going to give you an
Let's go back to
example.
that
I'm
one.
going to give you an example. So the reason a lot of these things are not being brought to light is because women know how to hide. They're smarter. Because they're smarter, right? They are going to, and I wrote it here.
Yeah.
Women are more discreet. They act prude. When they are but they're definitely cheating more. lying, they're hiding, they're better than men. They're better at planning because they're smarter than us. That women are more calculating, they're more strategic, and they're more calculating. I stated this in season 3 finale, The Tables Always Turn. The Boricua, fiance, living with her
Oh,
man.
yes. The one
What
that
did
came to
she
the
do?
store.
What did she do?
Oh,
Came to see me. Then she asked
at
me
the store?
personally.
Yes.
She was cheating. We
Yep.
never had sex,
Yep.
but we was hugging, we was
Mhm. A lot of
flirting.
petting.
Her man didn't know. Remember, that
Mhm.
guy was controlling phone. He was paying everything.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't give you the number. He checks the phone.
Oh,
She was
wow.
cheating. But what was she doing? She was coming there after work. That's
Going to the
smart.
store.
A lot of men don't think this way.
Yeah.
A lot of men are not calculating with you. They're just, man, I don't care if this all out in the open. I'm just gonna do it because right here, blood went down. Now I can't think because blood went down.
That's
Women
true.
are more, even though they're hornier and they love sex more, they're calculating. They're like, after, they're thinking about cheating the night before. Watch, this woman could have been like this. It's Monday. No, it's Sunday night. She's sleeping with the guy, and I'm an author, so I'm just roll with me. Sleeping in the same bed. She's up. He's sleeping. I'm gonna go see him at whatever whatever corporation I was. I'm gonna go see him. So I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to work. After work, I left off this time. He gets home around that time. Okay, so I'll be able to go in that place for a good 20 minutes because he gets home around this time. So I can plan. You see how women are doing this? Men are not wasting their time to do this. Men don't do this.
No.
They don't have the brain capacity to do all this shit.
They're
Like I
forget
said,
it, man. If you gotta plan all this, I'm not doing it.
The blood is down here. So they're no longer thinking. Women are going to be more calculating, whereas now she's over here like doing this. Now she's like, oh, I'm going to wear this nice dress for him when I go in there. I'm going to unbutton a little bit. You see how she's planning? So now I go see her and I'm like, your thing is, you went to work like that? Oh no, I just unbuttoned. She's lying. Oh no, I just unbuttoned it when I came out the car. I was sorry. No, she was saying what's gonna attract him.
Most definitely.
You see what a lot of women are doing?
Shameful.
They're cheating more than men.
Yeah.
And I don't have proof of this through the numbers, but what I just explained to you, how women are more calculating.
Because men get caught more times than women.
Yes. So you have any final thoughts pertaining to this?
I think my final thoughts are pretty much the same as the last time. If you're in a monogamous relationship or you've been in a few monogamous relationships and it's not working out for you, you're either cheating or somebody's cheating on you. Before it gets to that part, you should have open communication and talk about it. Maybe, step outside of your own ego, see where it can benefit everybody. If, give it a try. That's the most important thing I think that anybody can do is give something a try or at least have an open mind about it. And you might be pleasantly surprised. And if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah, a lot of women, like you were saying in a prior show, and now women need to dive into different avenues or they're going to be single and die alone. They're going to die alone because the thing is, like, it's very hard for you to find traditional relationships. Like, yo, these women are preaching independence and all this other stuff. You're slowly losing benefits of living like a traditional wife.
Yeah.
Having a man provide for you and shit like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna be able to have it both ways. Yeah. If they want to exhibit these egregious behaviors and also think they're gonna get an alpha male who's high value, who's desirable, and do this to also provide and be loyal to you and also be faithful, because they're two different. Yes. They're two different. Don't confuse them. To be loyal and faithful to you sexually, we have to be technical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta change.
Yeah. Well, at least be open-minded to it. Don't just close off just because you don't know about it. And that's really what it is. People don't know about it.
Yeah, and I'll state this like I stated this in the long-distance relationships. Women will be like, oh, I was in all these relationships. They cheated on me. They were monogamous. But you're fucking demonizing poly? I see that. that poly's not for you and BDSM's not for you, but monogamy's not for you either.
No, because that's not working either.
You see what I'm saying?
Maybe it's just you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. If you desire to engage in this particular lifestyle or wish for it to last and be successful, you have to be transparent. Establish how much you want to share with each other. Establish and set boundaries. Get consent on all ends and make time for everyone. Don't play favorites. I've always stated this. I went on prior interviews and they asked me about this. Oh, so what if you had 2 or 3 women? Sorry, chicks, I don't believe in that stuff. If I have 2 or 3, they're all main chicks. It's not fair if one is a wife and one is a submissive and you treat the wife better than the sub.
Can we have our another topic just on this alone? Because I have questions about
Yeah.
it. Good.
And the sub alone. If you have 2 subs, it's not fair that you treat one better because one is long distance and the other one is closer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You like me, I enter my relationships like business. And when you have a boss, does your boss play favorites?
Sometimes
You could get HR involved and he or she get in trouble.
I guess
But
so
it's
many
not
questions.
it's not fair to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because you're building a relationship. A relationship is not about having favorites,
That's true.
especially if there's more than one person. So don't play favorites if you have 3 women, 2 women. Don't say this is my wife, side chick, bottom bitch. Everyone should be a main chick. No one above no one. Respect your partner's partner or partners. So if she has a wife, he has a wife, the wife should respect the sub, and the sub should respect the wife. You see what I'm saying? Baby mother, whatever it is. Okay. So you should have emotional intelligence. Do not allow jealousy to get the best of you. Don't create drama because men hate that. Keep expectations realistic. Maintain constant and open communication with no judgment. That's imperative. When you spend time together, make the most of it. For example, if I have a sub coming out here, I'm gonna let my other sub know, hey, I'm gonna be busy this weekend. You could text me good morning and shit like that, but that's her time and she deserves that. She's coming all the way out here to see me. Boom, boom. You gotta be cool with that. Everything good? Boom, boom. So the moment you call in and interrupting that, punishment is coming. Disciplinary action, because I've already told you. So she's abiding by that or whatever. This is how things should be rectified. Okay. So spend the most of it. And if the woman does not wish to meet, but they accept you for being with another one, respect his time with her. Like I was saying, if the man is the head, some poly relationships, everyone is the boss. But if he's the head, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how that goes. Some like poly relationships they share the authority. But if the man is the boss, he has to have a plan. Don't fucking okay. Will he be providing financially for both women, 3 women, or whatever? Will they be bringing 3 or 2 incomes coming in? Is he gonna be the leader? He needs to, if he is, he needs to give positive reinforcement. He needs to be motivational, inspiring. He needs to teach, because women can be emotional. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're not getting equal benefits.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
should be.
So like don't not everybody can pull off poly. You know what I'm saying? Most rich men can. You know what I'm saying? Some people say this is a rich man's sport, but not everybody can. Even a rich man might not be able to get both his women to be submissive. So a lot of people can't pull off poly. So don't get into a thing where you be like, oh, I'm gonna bring you both, but you don't have a fucking plan. You're broke. You're not planning on supporting, or even you don't have to be rich, but you're saying, hey, 3 incomes are coming in, 4 incomes are coming in, 2 incomes coming in. Like have a plan as a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're all going to be bosses, or I'm going to be the boss. I'm going to take care of you. Have a plan. That's important before you even say, I'm bringing you in. Don't start having babies with all these women and then not have a plan.
Right.
Because now you're going to be like inspiring single mothers. That's not fair to the children.
No, awful.
Okay, women can be emotional, like I was saying. So all this must be established from jump. It's okay if they beg for attention. But you need to set the law. that, hey, I don't like this or whatever it is, or
Mhm.
rectify it. There must be a law set so there's no drama. Um, like she might say, "Why do you give her more attention than me today?" or whatever. All that stuff must be like, "Hey, this is not to be selfish. We're all a team. Whatever it is, it's not competition. Whatever." Like the man needs to set this law if he's gonna be the head. If they're sharing it, whatever they're gonna build with themselves. Education is imperative before getting into this type of lifestyle. I always say that. Understanding, acceptance, communication, transparency, honesty, mutual respect, openness will allow this relationship to thrive. In conclusion, whether it's polyandry, polyamory, polygamy, polygyny, no matter what it is, this relationship will thrive with all these things that I stated, that if you have them. Now, this relationship is beneficial because it decreases divorce rates, it decreases single parent households, unwanted pregnancy, sees abortions, irresponsible sexual behaviors. It promotes fidelity, integrity, open communication, honesty, mutual respect, compassion, social responsibility, stability. It also protects families from abandonment and broken homes.
That's a good one.
So most people that get into this life, like guys especially, they think it's more like a stroke to their ego,
Like
it's
fun times.
selfishness,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of like the threesome thing, which is misconceptions.
Yeah.
Very rare you get that guy that's like, yo, you, or you and you. We're gonna live together. We're gonna build together. We're gonna build a conglomerate. Money's gonna come in, or I'm gonna take care of y'all, but this is gonna be your jobs. I'm gonna take care of y'all, but y'all gonna invest in a business. I'm gonna take care of y'all, but y'all gonna make sure the house is clean, everything good, the kids are good. Or we're all gonna
Right.
share
Something.
the income. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of men don't think this way.
No.
They thinking of it the other way. So some men might use, "Hey, I'm polyamorous," to try to play the field.
And that's
But
the problem.
the thing is, the thing is, poly is not. I got 2 women that I've built a long time with, and then now I'm going to the club and I'm getting another one, and then next week I'm getting. It's not that. It's
Right.
not
It's forming bonds.
promiscuous.
Right.
That's the misconception. It's not promiscuous. It's you got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. You're building an emotional attachment with them. Emotions are involved. That stuff is not emotions. It's, oh, I met the chick at the club, like we banged in
Right.
the bathroom. I don't even need your context. Oh, but don't you want to know my name? No, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Right.
That's in he's in emotion. He's not available.
Right.
It's emotionally unavailable. Like it's not the synonymous.
Right. That those two don't coincide with each
Yeah.
other. Right.
So
Which the sad part is that a lot of people use that
connect the two.
right.
Yes.
Connect the two. But there's a lot of guys that use that excuse to, so that they can do what they want.
Absolutely.
They're ruining it.
So like me, like what I'm trying to do is I'm always trying to break these stigmas,
Educate.
And build different narratives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times what happens is people view things, hear things, and they believe it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do research. Let's be honest, they're lazy. So they see things or whatever, and they automatically start putting their own stigma on it, or because they gotta get the answers.
Right.
They gotta get the answers. So if I don't understand it, it has to be demonic. So that's what we're going with.
Right. Exactly.
Let's just go with that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what we're trying to do with this podcast. We're trying to change different narratives and break these stigmas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People's minds.
Yeah, because like you got to understand that like people don't want to hear reality because everybody likes to dream. You know what I'm saying? And I stated this in the sports conspiracy episode that a lot of people know it's a lie, but they just rather believe the lie for them to be sufficient, for them to be secure, for them to be sane. That if I think that this is a lie, then it's what it is. So if I tell people that monogamy is dying, I'm gonna have a woman out there who's gonna cry and say, "Oh my God, I'm doomed." You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to end up sharing a guy. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you might not end up sharing a guy, but if she wants a high status man, if she wants a dominant man, she's probably going to. Now, that guy might not be engaging sexually with another woman, but he might be a public figure
Right.
where he's, hey, sign this autograph. Let's take a picture.
So
Let's
it's
do
the
this.
same
I'm
thing.
connecting with this woman. I'm connecting with her. I talk to her at night. I flirt. She helps me with my business, or this is that. I gotta flirt a little bit, give a little bit of attention. My core followers are women, or my product is catered to women. You're always gonna be sharing him if that's his path and whatever it is.
Yep.
But a guy you might not share might not be a guy you really like.
Right.
And then you might have a side nigga.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like people have to be more realistic. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Well, some men and women can. Not everybody. You know what I'm
That's
saying? The
true.
woman's not gonna be able to have all of that stuff with that man. He's gonna be high status. He's gonna be popular. He's gonna be good looking. He's gonna be great in bed. He's gonna be able to provide financially and give me great sex and all this other stuff. But he's not gonna have a woman. He's not gonna flirt. That's living in a fantasy world. Because if I like all this stuff about him, other women are going to.
Yep.
The irony about
Definitely.
women not liking this with men having is that they don't gravitate towards men who are not desirable.
That's true.
So if you say to your girl, let's say you want to talk to a guy, you just met him, you might call your best friend and say, what do you think about him?
I mean,
And if but a regular woman,
right.
if she says yes, now it's like, okay, it's cool. I should chase him now.
Right.
You see? So that's the irony.
Definitely.
Yeah. So people have to be more realistic with this, especially
and do
women.
your research, people.
Especially
Don't
women,
just
because
listen to whatever other people are
yeah,
saying.
especially women, because women have more of a laundry list of what they want in a guy than men do. You see what I'm saying? So women have to be more more realistic, and they have to think in their mind, okay, what am I bringing to the table? What is he willing to provide, and what am I willing to give up?
Yep.
Because that is the biggest thing. You people have to understand, when you get in a relationship, it could be poly, it could be monogamous. You have to give something up. Let's say you were a twerker and he doesn't like that. You might have to give that up. Let's say you had bratty tendencies, attitudes, egregious behavior.
I mean,
you might
those
have
are things
to give that up.
everybody, there's something in every relationship.
A
you're saying,
guy,
right?
maybe he I'm trying to think of something a guy has to give, because men sacrifice more than women. But a guy, maybe he I don't know, flirting, and his woman doesn't like that. Maybe he has to give that up because now he's in a relationship. You have to sacrifice. That's part of being in a relationship. It's unconditional shit. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I don't believe like love is, so much unconditional.
Right.
Like if you love somebody, you love them forever. But if you love them for what they're providing, it's not unconditional.
That's true.
Yeah.
Any more? Any other final thoughts?
No.
All right. Thank you for joining us on this Discipline Therapy Thursday. And
Discipline Therapy Podcast.
Peace. Oh my
Peace.
God.